Hello everyone and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, Golgari, but with crime. So what with the new Thunder in my Junction releasing all these crime cards, I thought about running a Golgari deck that is centered around triggering crime. We did this with the Mire, we did this with Esper, and they all did really well, but you know, black basically can combo with any color now because that's how broken it is. And we have good old Tinybones and Vadmir to thank for that, as well as I should say Kaervek the Punisher to get us the values back. But there is a new card in green that can really help Golgari, and that's Freestrider Lookout. This card is broken as heck, as you remember from our first time playing this format when I was playing the I think it was Sultai, right? Every time we do a crime, we get a land. It doesn't guarantee you a land, but you look at the top 5 and you put a land into play, which pretty much happens every time. And I know it says only triggers once each turn, but it doesn't say each of your turn. So you can do this one on your turn when you target them with something like Tinybone, and you can do this once more on your opponent's turn when you target them with something like Go for the Throw. So basically we get 2 land ramp every turn, and at the more ramp we have, the more we can commit crime, and then the more our value will go out of control. And then we can start activating Restless Cottage to commit crime, because that's exiling a card in the graveyard, right? And we can activate Demolition Field as a crime, because that destroys their land. So there's so much crime going on that eventually we just get all the lands we want, and our opponent can't stop us when Golgari has all the lands, because then we have Virtue, we have Gig's Command, we have so much heavy card in the advantage side. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. That's what I mean about this deck, is that it's not necessarily a lot of cards of advantage, but the cards that we play have heavy emphasis, heavy tempo advantage. So let's talk about old deck list. Early game, of course, we just want removal, so we're gonna have 2 cut down, 2 Tinybones, the Pickpocket, and then 4 Tinybones Joins Up. This is a real good card because it is not about making your opponent discard the card, because on its own, it's already pretty good, right? It's a 1-for-1. You play it, your opponent discards the card, it's good. But then, whenever you play a legendary, you get to mill an opponent. Mill target player, right? You get a mill target player, which, I mean, I'm gonna mill them with whenever I play legendaries, and then that's a crime. You make a mill, you target them, that's a crime. And then you can activate crime with the Kaervek the Punisher, activate crime with Vadmir the New Blood. And whenever those crimes are activated, now you can look at the cards from your graveyard, or a black card from your graveyard and cast it, or give a +1/+1 to Vadmir. But more importantly, when they come in and you already have a Freestrider Lookout in play, free lands. Yay! Alright, so that's kind of the idea of this deck. Right, and that's a 1-drop, I should say. In the 2-drop, we're gonna have 4 Deep-Cavern Bat. That's a crime. Look at the opponent's hand. That's a crime, right? Go for the throw, targeting. It's a crime. 2 Vadmir, the New Blood. That's a crime. And then we have 2 Assassin's Trophies. Assassin's Trophies real good against the current meta because everything is everywhere. There are enchantments, artifacts, non-basic lands in the game that will muck up the game. So Assassin Trophy catches everything. It says it destroys target permanent, any permanent. So there's no restriction on what you can target with Assassin Trophy, as long as it's not hexproof. So this card allows us to trigger a crime whenever we need to. Even if just a basic land, right? You target a basic land, they get a basic land. You might think that's ±0, but if you really need to trigger the crime, you can. And then we have the 3-drop. We have Lore Skitters. That's a crime. Target a card in their graveyard. Now, there are considerations of replacing Lore Skitters with Graveyard Trespasser because it's a little bit harder to interact with since Graveyard Trespasser has Ward, and we're going to make him discard a lot of cards. But Lore Skitter is a non-attack trigger, right? On your combat, you don't have to attack. You just exile anyways. And you also have Lore Skitter being a legendary, which triggers the Tinybones Joins Up as soon as Lore Skitter ETBs. That's a good effect. 2 Kaervek, of course, to target your black cards in your graveyard and replay them. For 4, you need to have 4 Freestrider Lookout. This is the theme, the center of this deck. Even though everything is around crime, this card makes this deck good. OP, I would say. And then to Glissa, of course. Glissa is always going to Golgari, and I could not justify a Golgari deck if you don't run Glissa, unless you have some Roots combo, right? That's the only type. Are there any other normal Golgari tempo value, the rock type deck, you need to have Glissa. She's so good. First strike Death Touch means she blocks everything, but when she attacks, you can also draw you a card, which is probably the least of her effect. The least of an effect is draw a card. That's, you know how good it is, right? You also can destroy an enchantment. There's a lot of enchantments out there that you need to break. And then you can remove 3 counters from, like, say, a Planeswalker. Then they are dead, right? So you can attack their face and also kill their Planeswalker with just 1 attack. It's almost like it's that other 4/4 that people hate. It's something beast. Whatever. All right, now we have the 4 mana, 4/5 Shieldred, the Apocalypse. She's there. She's in the deck. This black deck, we run Shieldred. It's pretty standard. You probably don't need Shieldred for anything other than life gain, but life gain is pretty good, so that's why she's in the deck. We have 1 Alcatraz, the also life gain, but also make your opponent discard. That's just to fill our 5 drops. Since we have a lot of lands, Alcatraz will just, you know, kind of scare our opponent. You don't really need to have this, but it's cool to have. We have 2 Gix Command, of course, against Boros and all those things. You can wipe their board. Just be careful with Gix Command comboing with the Deep-Cavern Bats, because you're going to kill your own bats, right? So be a little bit careful with that, and you have to time the correct play. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, the 7 drop is also a 2-drop Virtual Persistence. That way we get to -3/-3, gain 2 life, or just get a 7/7, or 7/7. Get a 7-drop enchantment that brings back our creatures. So you can see that Virtual Persistence is very easily cast in this deck because we have Freestrider Lookout. Now for the land base, we have 25 lands. 24 is more tempo, 26 is more control. This is right in the middle because we have Freestrider Lookout to help us get our lands, so 25 is okay. We have 2 swamps, 2 forests, 1 Takenuma, 1 Boseiju, 4 Blooming Marsh, 4 Blooming Marsh, 4 Deathcap Glade, 4 Restless Cottage, and 4 Underground Mortuary, along with Demolition Field and a Murex. Now, I didn't put any ping lands in this deck because we already have 16 dual color lands, but you can definitely play around with this sort of combination. There are scenarios where mortuaries can be cut for, or a few mortuaries can be cut for ping lands. I forgot what it's called, the Landward Waste. Or you can cut the Restless Cottage for a Landward Waste, but I think this is a good combo right now because Freestrider Lookout puts them into the battlefield tapped. And these that come to play tapped, you don't care as much, but they actually have value. So if you crime into a Freestrider Lookout, and then you get to put a Underground Mortuary in, that's going to come into play with tap anyways, but you also get to Surveil one. That's a very good effect. Now, that is what I got for this deck. Let's go into the games. Okie dokie, our opponent's going to be the Vadmir. Ymir. Alright, we get sort of 2 lands, I guess. Do we want to join up? I will keep, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, well, that's a land I can play for turn 1. Restless Reef. Tap this for a black. With Tinybone. Discard a card. Alright. Path of Peril dropped. Interesting. Kaito Shizuki, huh?
Get in, get out. Easy.
Oh, no.
I've got all kinds of connections.
We kill this, I guess. It's a little bit of something, right? At least he doesn't get to attack me next turn. So, this way I get 2 creatures. And he can't get rid of both. And then also do something with Kaito. But then if he pluses, Skitter's 1/1 really can't do anything to Kaito. Whereas in Glissa can, but if he removes it, I have nothing on board. So yeah. Let's exile his path, I guess. I don't know. For some reason I thought it was Kaervek. I'm like, I thought you could only play your cards. No, it's Lord Skitter's exiling. The cops are after me. I didn't do it. It was Kaito, I swear. He phased out.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
Didn't want a cut down. Didn't want a cut down. Alright. You got it. Blooming Marsh is going to come into play tapped, but I think that's fine. It has to. I'm not doing anything in combat, right? So yeah, let's just go for the little attack here. They got another cut down. We'll keep Kaito
That
down.
all you got?
We'll play a Glissa. Make him no card and lose 1 life. Very minor inconvenience, I think. Or Blooming Marsh it. That way next turn we can either Gix or we can activate the Restless Cottage if we need to kill Kaito that much. Huh. They get a lot of filtering, that's for sure.
I'll be taking that now.
They're throwing away all their cutdowns. And then they put a Soren now, which I do not agree with, because now Soren's gonna die.
Out of my way. I have a wedding to stop.
Yeah, that wedding's about to rotate out. Oh, jeez. Card draw, huh? Didn't want to use it.
Not for the weak.
So, I don't want to Kaervek. Instead, what I want to do is probably... Actually, this is interesting. I don't know if our opponent sees this. So let's turn this life. Both of these attack Soren to kill it. Glissa will attack you. I get to exile a card. Field. Yeah, sure, why not? Remove 3. Loyalty, loyalty. I can only submit 2. Kaito's dead. Soren's dead. My board didn't change too much. You get to keep your top card. Probably a land. He has 4 lands. I think he wants to keep... No, that makes no sense. If he kept the land, he would have just drew it. Alright, Lizov. Exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate. Okay. I guess I can... Can I cut down Lizov? Let's go for the attack first. Just letting that happen. That way I draw a card. Then I want to Kaervek and cut down, right? He might have make this appear, so let me play the Boseiju then. There was no interaction. I'm gonna commit a crime. Cut down your Lizov. I don't need to activate anything else. Man, this deck, it is eating our Vadmir opponent alive. Maybe they have something. You never know. Geeks Command doesn't do the board. Path of Peril, we know they have that, but it's gonna take a while. And something I made a mistake on. Oh, they're wiping the board. Okay. What are they exiling? Did they exile Kaervek? Okay. I think I have 2 in the deck. So something to be careful about is you should always exile their black spells first because of Kaervek. Now let's get some food. The artifacts don't really do much, right? So might as well get some food. This is a little bit slow, but I think oh wow. So I'll have 3 mana and then 3 more mana, and those mana won't really be able to do anything. But I think I do it, because dealing damage right now with the Restless Cottage is not my priority. Yeah, if I had an untapped land, I could have at least Mirix, but I don't. If they reef me, I'll be so happy because I have both of the board. 3 steps ahead. Draw 2, discard a card. Okay. Yeah, the Deadly Cover-Up is kind of scary, but... I mean, if that's the only new card they put in their deck, Tinybones. Is that what they do? No, let's wait till the end step. Mirix. And a bat? Okay, so this is gonna be 7 damage. I think that's pretty good. Let's take out the highest mana value card. I don't want another land, that's for sure. Alright. Then we bat him. Is it a land? No, it's Path of Terror. Okay. Yeah, then we bat him, so he can either answer the board next turn, or answer the, or play a blocker, because he only has one card, right? One card can't do everything, and the Restless Cottage will just kill him because it's a 4/4. He has a Restless Reef. It's not gonna help. G. Alright, our opponent's gonna be the Balmidias. I don't know. Some name. Alright, we get to go first, but we have a lot of tap lands to get through. That's fine. We will filter our draw with the Mortuary first. Tinybones. Don't need two of them. Right? So I want to Tinybones next turn. Oh man, am I ever gonna even get to Tinybones? Well, depending on what he plays. Swamp. He plays a swamp. Do I want to just bat him? Bat will either cut down. Yeah. Or I can just Tinybones. Yeah, let's Tinybones. He discards a card either way, but with the bats... Ooh, Assassin's Trophy. Is that a good card against that deck? It's kind of tricky, huh? I mean, it's good, but it'll ramp him a little bit more, and I'm scared of ramping him while I have no value. Alright, he's got a Vadmir. He's gonna do some crime. Lower Skitters is kind of weak. And we'll exile his black stuff first. That's gonna be a Kaervek deck. Alright, Virtue gets pumped. Scary, scary stuff. Alright, Alcatraz. There's gonna be a tap land here. And then we can... Assassin's Trophy? No, that doesn't do anything. Guess we'll do it again. It's just a crime deck. Just a crime deck. The thing about a crime deck is he's gonna constantly kill my lower Skitters. So I'm not really getting any value out of this. Yeah, see? It's a 4/4 already. That's real scary, but you know, we'll keep going. We got our Bat God. He is not drawing lands, so my Assassin Trophy is actually gonna help him. Go for the throw. I'm gonna get more lands. Down to 8. Alright, well... What kind of cards do you have in your hand? There's just more kill spells? Phyrexian Arena, huh? Affliction. Okay, none of that. If he plays Arena, I think he dies, so that'll be fun. Attack me for 5. I can block. The annoying with Affliction, I'm not poisoned. So, he gets lifelink, right? Can he deal 3 damage to me with Avarice? He can, so... Actually, no. No, he cannot. Wait, I draw 3 cards, lose 3 life, and then the Shieldred triggers. I don't really know how this works. So, okay, you can have that. I really just wanted information. Alright, he did play Phyrexian Arena and tap himself out. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's at 13. Not lethal. think that's lethal. Good game. It was playing all 3 lands, so I think we were just kind of beating on a Mana Screw player, but his deck really hurts everything we have because all we do is play creatures and all they do is remove. Alright, our opponent's gonna be Casca MT. Or Cascamt. Yeah, we got some lands, we got some non-interactive cards, so hope they're slow. They're not slow. They're not slow at all. Oh jeez. Oh, not doing anything turn 1. Okay, no more land, please. Voldarian Epicure, okay. Vadmir it up. Yeah, this is not good, right? Man, I don't even know how to fight against this. It's got 1 white mana. It's probably just a blood token. So he's gonna Lethal Demolition, and then I don't know how to stop that. His board's gonna get real wide real quick. See, I need 2 turns, right? Oh, there's a case, so that doesn't matter. That's actually acceptable for me. I don't like that he took out my Vadmir, but at least it slows him down a lot more. And now I can play my Strider. I mean, for a Boros deck and I'm not dead at turn 4, that is amazing. And when he played a case, he didn't even kill anything. So, well, he did kill me. He didn't even attack me with 3 creatures, what I mean to say. He only killed something. So, yeah, I think all in all, that actually worked out a lot better for me. But of course, here comes the bad part. Oh, you want some creatures, don't you? Oh, he what the heck? He left up a mountain. Someone is hoping to get some good cards, I guess. So, we'll take those out. Those are the scary cards anyways. Let me give myself some lands, please. Please, lands, don't whiff. Okay, didn't whiff. What am I gonna surveil? No, I don't want that. Yo, there's a Gateway Express. Alright, I hate the Gateway Express, but I have to take the Recruiter, right? Actually, I can take both. Man, that's a lot of cases. Haha! Now what? No more crime for the Freestrider Freestrider. Yeah, Free Street Rider Lookout. Well, there in Epicure. Alright, that's real good. But if he wants to activate his case, he has to bottom, huh? He has to attack with 3 creatures. Yeah, main phase it. Why not? Might as well. Pump it some more. Pumps it some more. Wanna pump it one more time? Attack with 2 creatures. Just to deal 5 damage. Oh boy! But this will give him back his creatures. I don't want that. Right? I will give him back his case and his Emodane. It will get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, and that doesn't do much. Never blocking with the bats. So. Top deck Recruiter? No, just an Evangelist. Still scary, but you know, it's not the end of the world here. It flies now. Tap his Yoshin. What? Why would you do that? You just want to make it big? Sure. Attack for 6. I mean, I have a block for my Freestrider Rider. I can just block it. Then I can... I definitely gotta make him sack the highest. Right? And then get lifelink on Shieldred. Go down to 5 here. So if I wipe out all of the 1-drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? If I wipe out all of the 1-drops, he would have 3 creatures left. Oh, actually no. I wipe out all of the 1-drops, and then I also make him sacrifice his highest power. So he'll have 4/4 and a 1/1, but he'll have Case and Emodane. If I'm gonna wipe out all of the 1-drops and make him sack, I need to attack first, right? Oh, he has a life linker. I mean, I have a life linker. That's why I attack. He can get his cards back because I'm gonna do this. Destroy all creatures. Sack the highest. He gets back the Case, which can definitely target Shieldred. I gotta be careful about that. But next turn, Freestrider and Lord Skitter will take over the game. I just need to survive this turn. Okay, rope time. You know, when you suck at the game and you can't win, might as well rope. Waste everybody's time. I'm just kidding. I think he has a play here, right? If he has a 1-drop, he can case out the Freestrider, which is a play he can make. Now he's just roping. He's not looking at his cards. So yeah, it's typical arena player. Play Boros, cry when you don't win every game. What other emotes do I have? Huh? Ah! Come on. Aw. Alright, well, our opponent's just gonna rope us out instead of losing with dignity. And we'll just sit here. So we have to wait till all the rope is gone because arena devs are terrible at their job. I mean, okay, there are a lot of things that I want to say about arena devs that is not well, now I want to say that people say that I want to say it's not fair because I think they're crunch and they really don't have a lot of, they're not paid enough and they don't have enough people working on the project for arena to, you know, to thrive like Hearthstone thrived back in the days. But what I do want to, you know, crap on arena player is, or arena dev is that this rope thing. Now this is just bad idea. All around bad idea. So I'm gonna have to wait for this whole rope. He probably just threw his iPad out the window. Mommy, I'm not winning every game. This game sucks. Go pay more money into it. I mean, this deck is actually cheap. Isn't it? Is it cheap? There's a lot of rares. I don't want to say this deck is cheap anymore. It's just, it's cheating. That's what it is. But there are a lot of rares you need to get. Is there any mythics in this deck? I can't think of any. I think the most expensive card is probably Knight Errant and the Warden, which are both rares. If they play the, what is that thing called again? The War Leader's Call. I think that's also a rare. I don't think it's a mythic. Yeah, just rope and explode. Come on. Come on now. Explodey, please. There you go. Get out. Ow. I know it's just objection, but they should get out anyways. Doo-doo-doo. Dark Garia. Alright, our opponent is some Phyrexian dude that happens to go first. We only have 2 lands, but now we have interaction. I'm gonna keep, but ugh, it's not gonna be great. It's not gonna be great. Boros, interaction might be a little bit too slow. Mortuary. Yeah, that's too slow. I also already have one in my hand. Oh, okay, that's good. At least that slows him down a lot. No case for Vadmir, please. Whoa! In the trenches. What? What? What does that do? I don't know. I've never seen it before in my life. I've never seen this man before in my life. Gig's command's real good. I'm gonna keep, even though I don't have the lands right now for it. I might have it later. I do have a cut down or a go for the throw to grow my board and to target his board. No attacks, huh? If I cut down the Novice Inspector, I think he would just... Does he have pumps? Instant speed pumps in that deck? Let's find out. Alright, he wants to play the fast ladies. Alright, I mean, a blocker is a blocker, right? The fast ladies are... I don't know. I was just saying, does that deck have any instant speed card, or has any mythic cards? There's the haste ladies. They do, but I don't think they play in the trenches. Oh wow, okay. This is real good for me. Here, you discard a card. Activate double. I am so priming it up. Let's get a Mortuary. Do I want a Rider? Oh, that's pretty good with 5 mana. Discard your... Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's scary. That means they have another one, or maybe even 2 in their hand. Emoting is not something you discard. So, they have another Emoting. They're just gonna go all in this turn, probably. Gateway Express. Let's see what they target. I don't think I can stop whatever they target anyways. Vadmir, huh? Well, this just grows Vadmir in the dice. So let's see, it grows it to 5. There's gonna be 5 creatures on board. I can't kill it, not with this. Did they have another play, or did he just come attack me? I have to take 10 here. But I think I will take 10, right? I think I'm okay with taking 10. I don't like what's happening, but... the command will kill everything. So, I want to get rid of the case, and I also want to get rid of it in the trenches. Which one do I care about more? Give him a 5th mana. The trenches is +1/+1. Case is +1/+0, so... trench it is. They get to search for a land, which they definitely have. But now they're down to 1 card, so... 2 or less. +1/+1. Oh, there goes your whole board. What happened? Boros? What happened? I'm your whole board. Oh, you're gonna draw a card? Oh, cute. Alright, now they have 3 cards. I have Kaervek to give back Vadmir right away. So Kenzin, yeah, hey, that's damage, right? Kaervek can give back Vadmir, which can give back cut down, but that's going to be a lot of life. I will lose this turn, so I don't want to do that. Let's just get some life. Give some life, give some mana. Have a Restless Cottage up. I think that's pretty good. Epicure. Another Trenches. Pretty annoying, but it is what it is. Want to attack? Probably doesn't want to attack, right? If he doesn't attack, we'll kill. I don't think it matters. We'll kill one of them. That way I get another land. Oh, you're gonna leave? GG. Boros, learn to play a new game. Welcome back, everyone. Now you saw those games. How did you like this deck? Because I think this is a amazing Golgari deck. Every time I play Golgari, I feel like it's a bit lacking in, not in comparison to any value or on its own shell. I think Golgari is pretty good. But once you compare to how, crazy the meta has gotten in Standard, I always feel like Golgari was missing something. Now we got it. Freestrider Lookout. Freestrider Lookout is what Golgari is missing, because Golgari is all about the ramp. Right? When you're looking at Grow, it's about Stompy. When you're looking at Simic, it's about Tricks. When you look at green with almost any other color, there are different kinds of abilities that you're hoping for. But with Golgari, what you're hoping for is ramping into the big plays. That's what we're able to do. And big play is not one card. Big play is a multiple medium range card. So if you have 10 mana, you can, Alcatraz and Gix Command. If you have, let's say, 11 mana, you can 7 mana Virtue and 4 mana Shieldry on the same turn, right? You want to be able to make those big plays. And one of the hidden plays in this deck is if you can Kaervek with a lot of mana, you can chain all of your crimes. You can go for the throw into a Deep-Cavern Bat, into a cut down, into a Tinybones. You can keep going until you, and the last one, you hit like a Shieldry or a Gix Command, which are not technically crimes, but it finishes off that crime combo or crime chain with Kaervek. So that's what's the real strength of this deck. And as you've seen today, right, we absolutely beat Boros. Even though I always thought, Boros might be too fast for us. But with all the removal and with Vadmir threatening them, it keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it gives Menace and Lifelink. They keep trying to remove this. What they don't realize is that Vadmir is good, but Freestrider Lookout is better. It gets us our land, and Boros is no longer too fast for us, right? When we have 7 lands to their 3, they're not too fast for us. We can play Gix Command along with a Go for the Throw. We can go Gix Command along with a Deep-Cavern Bat. And now they're out of place, and we can kind of eat them alive. So that's the idea of this Golgari deck. Very strong. I like it. There's probably some more fine-tuning that needs to be done, but this is the version I have right now. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.